During the divorce proceedings in court, my wife entered the room visibly pregnant, grinning as if victory was already hers. She asserted that the child was mine and accused me of deserting our impending family. The judge was on the verge of responding when I rose and declared, "Your Honor, I underwent a vasectomy back in 2018. Her grin vanished instantly, and her attorney requested a recess. These days, she's ringing my phone 43 times daily. Before diving in, I simply want to express my gratitude for your presence here. It truly touches me deeply. However, consider this. Merely 8% of viewers are subscribed. If these tales resonate with you and you'd like to encourage more, a single click can create a significant impact. Using a throwaway account with altered names for clear reasons. There's an eerie quality to being in a courtroom, observing the individual you once cherished attempting to dismantle your existence deliberately while wearing a grin. Even stranger when they're weaponizing an unborn baby in the process. But I'm jumping ahead. Let me provide some background. My former wife, whom I'll call Tara, and I were wed for 7 years. We encountered each other in 2013, tied the knot in 2014, and initially everything felt wonderful. Exceptional, actually. Both of us held bright professional paths, I in software development, she in business marketing. We explored various places, overhauled a home side by side, shared identical aspirations for achievement. Children were absent from our plans, which turned into a significant source of conflict roughly 3 years after marrying. I received a diagnosis of an inherited disorder with a 50% likelihood of transmission to any biological offspring. This illness leads to gradual nerve deterioration beginning in middle age. I witnessed my dad decline because of it, confined to a wheelchair by age 50. At 36 currently, I'm already experiencing initial signs. Sporadic tingling in my limbs, occasional stability problems. Hardly something I'd wish to gamble on inheriting. Upon getting the diagnosis in early 2017, I felt crushed. I recall being in the specialist's room, clutching the gene analysis report as he detailed my outlook. That evening, I shared it all with Tara. The expected course, its inheritable aspect, my anxieties regarding biological kids. There are alternatives, I mentioned, grasping her hands over our dining table. Adopting, fostering others, or simply remaining without children and prioritizing our jobs and adventures. She gripped my hands tightly, eyes welling up. We'll navigate this as a team. Your well-being is the priority at the moment. For nearly a year afterward, matters felt positive. We investigated adoption organizations. We passed hours with our young relatives. It appeared we aligned on this, or at least that's what I believed. Then, come March 2018, a shift occurred. Tara began remarking that heredity isn't the sole factor and that healthcare advancements are constant. She would scatter fertility center pamphlets throughout the home. When I restated my position, she grew agitated. "You're robbing me of the opportunity for motherhood," she declared in one intense dispute in our sleeping area. She had flung a fertility pamphlet toward me. "They have screenings available, methods to examine embryos. Those screenings lack perfect reliability," I responded, striving for composure. "And regardless, I refuse to chance it. Why has adoption become unacceptable now?" She faced away, folding her arms. "It doesn't compare. I crave carrying a pregnancy. I desire offspring connected to both of us." The disputes intensified across the following months. I'd return home to see her viewing delivery footage or scrolling through infant furnishings websites. When I'd reference our prior talks, she'd weep or snap. Then arrived the event in July 2018 that altered everything permanently. I was searching for a bill on our common computer when I uncovered her interfering with contraception. Queries existed on piercing condoms discreetly, plus schedule marks monitoring her ovulation with reminders on skipping pills intentionally. I felt chills upon spotting an online discussion in her history where she sought tips on conceiving against a partner's wishes. A responder proposed intoxicating him sufficiently to overlook lacking protection. Worse still, Tara had responded that could succeed. He seldom recalls specifics after whiskey. I remained there for hours, scanning her entries over weeks, sensing profound nausea. This transcended mere differing views. It represented a profound violation of confidence and personal sovereignty. I struggled to accept that the lady I wed would scheme such a thing. When she arrived home that night, I challenged her with the evidence. Her face shifted rapidly from astonishment at exposure to frantic rationalization. "You're exaggerating," she claimed, walking back and forth in our lounge. I was merely releasing frustration digitally. Releasing frustration, you were scheming to deceive me into parenthood. Rage and hurt made me tremble. She then sobbed intensely, slumping on the sofa. I'm frantic. I'll be 35 soon. My fertility window is closing as you delay. I'm not delaying. I possess a hereditary illness. We talked about this. You'd embrace it once pregnancy occurred, she maintained, drying her face. You'd adore the baby regardless. I merely need to guide you toward your true desires. I rested in the spare bedroom that evening, unable to face her. The following day, I contacted my physician for a vasectomy discussion. I kept it from Tara, not from malice but for self-preservation. Trust was gone, and I required certainty against coerced fatherhood. The surgery took place in August 2018, during her weekend getaway with her sibling. The physician comprehended my circumstances and endorsed it, particularly considering the inheritance risk. I used some sick days, informing Tara of a tight work schedule. Healing was swift, rest, cooling, minor soreness, no big deal. I intended to disclose post-return and propose couples therapy for our core mismatch. Yet that evening upon her arrival, she stunned me with her own revelation. We ought to part ways, she stated during supper, avoiding my gaze. I've consulted a separation lawyer already. I felt shocked. So abruptly. Without therapy, without effort, what remains to resolve? You refuse kids, and I won't squander my childbearing time on an unchanging partner. Her tone was icy, as if scripted. Mentioning the vasectomy felt irrelevant then, with separation looming. We passed weeks negotiating divisions, properties, relocation. Polite yet strained. Then, surprisingly, November 2018, 2 months post her initial suggestion, she sought reunion. She appeared at my rented flat with food from our preferred spot, eyes moist. I've reflected, she shared at my small dining setup. Perhaps childless life is acceptable to preserve our bond. We've constructed something meaningful, Drew. I refused to discard it. Doubtful yet open, I consented. 7 years aren't easily abandoned. Therapy sessions started. I returned home December 2018. Nearly 10 months felt improved. Regular counseling attended. Intimacy and feelings rekindled. Vasectomy disclosure neared multiple times, but timing evaded. It grew harder to raise as relations mended. Then September 2019, during her bathing, her device buzzed repeatedly. Typically, I'd ignore, but post-contraception discovery, doubts lingered. A glance revealed texts from Mark W., longing previews dropping my gut. Miss you too, darling, eager for. Mark Wilson, her supervisor. Despite reservations, I accessed them. Discovery crushed reunion hopes. Affair ongoing over 2 years, starting early 2017, pre-diagnosis, pre-kid debates. Persisted through conflicts, her separation threat, our reunion. Reunion timed with Mark's 9-month London transfer. She'd sidelined me during his absence. Post-shower, I held her phone on the bed. How long with Mark? I inquired calmly. Pallor hit her. Drew, there's an explanation. 2 years, intimate while portraying me as cruel for child refusal. My tone cracked. Divorce threatened over no baby, returned upon his departure. Any truth? No denial, justifications followed. Mark grasped her kid longing. Mark would provide family. Mark valued her uniquely. Divorce filed next day, October 2019. Irrevocable now. Battles fierce initially. She sought the home, my major funding via grandma's legacy, half retirement, hefty spousal support despite her solid income. Her counsel depicted me heartless, using kid refusal as selfishness proof. 4 months later, February 2020, interim assets hearing. Early arrival with attorney Sam Davidson, final doc review in corridor. Solid position, Sam confirmed. Records prove your inputs. Judge fair, straightforward. Then hallway sighting floored me, Tara obviously pregnant. Advanced stage, belly emphasized in unfamiliar tight outfit. Eye contact intentional, hands on abdomen, smug grin. Sam clutched my arm, aware, no, staring still, can't be. No relation since. Compose yourself, Sam urged quietly. Reaction is her goal, seated inside. Thoughts raced, timelines calculated. Stage mismatched separation. Concealed during reunion, illogical. Judge Harriet Winters arrived. We stood, post-intros, Tara's counsel Bennett, polished, spoke first. Honor amendment requested due to new facts. Pointed to Tara. Mrs. Harmon anticipates, alters financials greatly. Eyebrow lift from judge, scanning us, noting progress. No amendment seen, counselor. Filing soon, Bennett smooth. Advanced pregnancy, today's agenda, deemed vital disclosure. Tara hand on belly, innocently worried. Bennett accusatory. Mr. Harmon evades spousal duty, now child 2. Gut punch sensation. Sam noted, paternity ASAP. Judge cooler toward me. Aware, Mr. Harmon? Bennett cut in. Yes, informed during recent reunion try sparked his filing. Outright falsehood. Sam objected, rising, but continued. Pregnancy health issues, hour cuts. Gestational high pressure diagnosed. Requires proper aid from Mr. Harmon's indifference to family. Tyra tissue dabbed, vulnerable mom image. Only baby's best, soft yet audible. Judge exhaled, contempt subtle. Given circumstances, I rose. Sam pulled sleeve. I eased off. Honor respectfully. Vasectomy August 2018. Silence total. Tyra's smugness halted, collapsed visibly. Attorney sharp glance, puzzled. Records here from briefcase. Carried post-filing start for full medical history choice against kids plus confirmations. Not this child's father. Attorney rose, rattled. Honor client unaware. Evasion ploy evident. Judge halted. Records. Bailiff delivered. Thorough review. Dr. Levinson, Mercy Center, August 10, 2018. Receipts, docs on condition prompting. Hereditary neuropathy, dad's premature end cause. Tyra trembled, pale, whisper from Bennett. She pulled away. Orderly judge noted. Aware, Mrs. Harmon. Rose, hand on belly, never disclosed. Impossible, intimacy post-date. Function unaffected, honor only reproduction. Yes, reunion November 2018, post 3 months. Recess 15 minutes requested, approved. Huddle intense, Sam relieved yet annoyed. Warning helpful, muttered, risky without proofs. Unanticipated ploy, processing ridiculousness. Never imagined attributing others' child in court. Guess. Hanging boss mark. Long affair. Resumed, recalibrated. New tone, distress from secret surgery, misconduct claim. Honor, paternity error aside, deception core. Major procedure, marital impact, uninformed spouse. Judge rejected. Serious attributing wrong paternity. Oath testimony husbands, now impossible. Confer perjury risks. Addressed all, postpone interim. Revised petition 48 hours, accurate circumstances. Response 72 hours, leaving. Forthright advised. Paternity mislead, sanction grounds. Packing caught glare pure hate, whispering attorney, eyes fixed. Vulnerable mask gone, plan failed look. Hallway approach, makeup running, drew explanation please. Attorney blocked, guided exit, whisper halting resistance. 3 days prior, phone incessant since. 43 Tara calls, endless messages, sorry tears to harsh blames. Alternated, vasectomy trickery, possible miracle mine. Latest. Grave error, fixable family if converse. Mark silent post-revelation disclosure. Company friend, sudden leave month clear, next week updates. Attorney withdrew uninformed deception, avoided continuation post-court surprise. New hire, aggressive rep, lesser regard. My counsel expedited via fraud attempt, granted. Weeks instead year, final 6 out. 2 days pre-final visitor, Sister Claire. Good relations, neutral before. Apology due, stiff couch sit. Told you knew, abandoning, believed. Shift, coffee offered, refused. Full confession yesterday, mark affair, conception, tricks, marriage, intentional mark pregnancy for your attribution settlement. Head shake, revulsion. Believed court yours, better terms, support, mark. Zero interest now. Kids unwanted 2, issue both. Lawyer transcripts to his, not assuming role. Sorry involvement, sincere, kind always. My apology replied. Should recognize true nature earlier. Final hearing simple. Exposure documented. Demands unmet sympathy. No support, joint share only. House retained, refinanced her out, equity buy, retirement mine, grandma jewelry claimed, denied. Exiting last, heavy pregnant final beg, arm catch. Grave errors but father needed. Hand removed gently. Mark surely post-test confirmation known. No whispered Singapore transfer. Sorry circumstances, not mine resolve. Well wishes you child, Tara. Chapter ended. 6 months finalized. Friends say, healthy boy born, parents hometown move. Mark funds, Singapore stay no return, me, health future focus. Specialist treatment, hopeful progression, slow therapies. House kept major ranos, Tara traces erased, accessible future worsening. Unexpected best, condition group connection. Met similar no bio choices. Defensiveness gone, peaceful now. Wonder alternate outcomes. Early honesty both, immediate vasectomy tell her alternatives openness, no hidden affair. What if's futile? Key takeaway, authentic living vital, tough times. No secrets, no core value bends, no deceit-based bonds. Life imperfect, prognosis tough, symptoms scary days. Yet profound correctness now, truth base absent marriage years. Best endings sometimes unpictured. Often quiet fulfillment upholding truth crucially, solitude if required.